Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Night Ride. Been a while since I've done a recording such as this, and it's also been a while since I have done a story time. But today seems very much appropriate for a story time, especially a Night Ride story time, considering what just happened earlier today. Now, for those of you that have been following my channel for a while, you know that my job currently is a pizza delivery expert at Domino's. I don't know if there's anything wrong with copyright for that or not, but that is what my job currently is. And I have seen and experienced some interesting things while working this particular job, but today was definitely a strange one. I delivered to a house in town, thankfully, not one of the farther deliveries, but actually in town. And the delivery itself goes just fine. I get to the door, I knock on it, gentleman comes out and gives me the money, I give him his order, and after he shuts the door, that's when things get a little bit weird. Now, to preface this, I only saw one child in the house, and he wasn't even behind the person who was taking the order. He was at the side of the house talking to someone in a car. Now, the reason I am saying this is because as I started walking away from the house, I heard a little girl giggle and say hello. And giggle again, and when I turned around to look back, it stopped. And then when I started walking across the street again, I heard it again, only this time it was a giggle, then goodbye, and then another giggle. So I turn around and look again, and once again when I look, the audio stopped. Or, the voice stopped. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of videos lately that have been talking about EVPs and such, so I'm kind of stuck on that. But this wound up happening about 4 different times in the short span of me simply crossing the road to get to my car. Now, again, I don't know if there was actually a little girl in the house that I had delivered to, or if I actually had another paranormal experience. All I know is that this sounded an awful lot like one of those admittedly stereotypical stories where you hear what sounds like the spirit of a disembodied little girl basically kind of messing with you. So, and needless to say, I was fairly freaked out by the time I got into my car and drove away from there. Now, I cannot do a good little girl impression, so I'm not going to try, but that is exactly what happened as I told it. I walk away from the house and I hear a giggle, hello, and then another giggle, which stopped as soon as I turned around. I turned around and walked away again, then I heard a giggle, goodbye, giggle, and then I basically heard that again twice, because every time I heard it, I would stop and look. I wouldn't hear anything, and then when I turned around to keep walking, then I would hear it again. So again, I have no idea what exactly I experienced, if there was just a little girl in the house messing with me, or if there happened to be a little girl ghost, spirit, whichever terminology you wish to use, that decided to screw with the pizza guy today, or what it was. All I know is that, for me, it was a fairly unnerving experience, just because of the fact that I could not see where the heck this voice was coming from. I couldn't tell which house it was coming from, or if it was even coming from the house. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me for a return to the Night Ride, as well as a brief story time. As always, this is Bowmaster619. Drive safe, stay safe, never stop learning, and I will see you guys in the next video. We'll see if it winds up being as creepy as this one. Take care.